All right, we're here grabbing some honey supers, and I have to show you my friend. Oh, she always comes over and helps me with some bee work, don't you? One of my areas that we're at the second site. I think we're gonna be able to pull 3 boxes off of this hive. Now it's time to take care of these hives. And I have summoned some assistants. So I got the fume boards over there. That's Adam, there's Donnie. And we are going to collect a lot of this honey down here. I'm gonna be using a product called Honey Bandit on the fume boards. We've had good luck so far with the other places. So we'll show you. Okay, this is one of the better boxes. I didn't use any smoke, so you can see they're a little upset, but look at that. Both sides, that is beautiful. I have a fume board here. Plop this on. We'll let the sun do the work. It'll heat that up. It'll create the vapor. The bees don't like it. It'll push them down. We'll collect the box, and we'll do that however many boxes we have, about 15 or 20 boxes down here. Hey everyone, we are down to the last box. If you kind of zoom around here, we're leaving a box or two. These are the ones that they're working on. We'll still get a little bit of a fall harvest. We took a couple out of this box over here. This one, what did I say? It had 7 supers on it. We're only leaving this bottom box. This one here was on the top. We then reversed them here so that the fume board can push them down. We'll take this one off. So we'll see how they're doing. Looks like they're doing all right. I separated some of these out just because if you have like little kind of cracks, the bees are in there. But look at how beautiful that is. This would have been like a springtime honey because this was the bottom box. So they would have filled this one first. So it looks a little bit darker than what we're getting with a lot of the linden honey. So for these ones here, because there's so many bees now in here, it's hard to push them down even with the fume boards, is I'll get them up, I'll shake them down, shake them out front, set them aside, pull the box aside. You know, if you were doing 200 hives, this isn't practical, but for the scale and scope of what I do, it just makes it so much better than having to battle with bees and, you know, wherever you're extracting your honey, which is usually a garage or sometimes a kitchen or whatnot. All right, so there we have it. You see this hive produced, well, we'll check, but I'm thinking it was close to over 200 pounds of honey so far. You can see where they're at. There's still a lot of honey in this hive. So we'll keep an eye on this. We might actually have to add another box. This is their inner cover. Because there's so many bees, I'm gonna do a real light slide, kind of work it back and forth. I'm not gonna just slam it down, not crush a single bee. So there's a few bees in here. This box is set up. I'm gonna come right behind. I'm gonna kind of keep my hand on these frames because they can fall down because it's not a full box. All of them are out of there. You see down here, I have this box down here. This is just so that if I needed to add a frame or if I wanted to take a frame of honey, I could then replace it back into a hive, have them draw out some more comb. I'm tired, these guys are tired. We're gonna end the video there. All right, I'm still out of breath. You'll see I have this honey stacked in a very unique tent here. There's another video, I think it's a New Jersey beekeeper. I'll put a link to it. He did this. It's a 4x6 greenhouse, and I have a dehumidifier back there. I have a thermostat that'll turn off at 100 degrees. I have a fan. So these are all stacked in here on rolly carts. And I ended up with, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 boxes, and most of those are full. We left anything that was significantly uncapped or undrawn on the hives. Most of these are full. Take a look at that. Most of them look like that. I ran mostly 9 frames, so all these are kind of drawn out and fat. They should be pretty easy to extract. And lastly, I'm gonna come out here. These are the 2 guys that helped me, Donnie and Adam. Thank you so much. And we will continue this video when we start to do the extracting. Let's plug this thing in quick though, see how it turns on. Here we go. Again, the dehumidifier will turn off at 100 degrees. The heat from that dehumidifier will bring it up to a real nice temperature. Hot air moves more moisture. We'll let this run overnight. We'll give it another test to see where everything's at. Hopefully we're below 18%. We'll leave it in here longer if we're not. Thanks for watching Z's Bees. So this has been going now since yesterday, and I can sort of see through here, and I have the temperature gauge. It looks like it got to about 91 to 92 degree humidity levels, and sometimes it would drop down to about 44 to 48, but now it's kind of been consistently at about 52%. So I'm gonna open this up. I wanna pull out the water reservoir on the dehumidifier, and we'll just see how much is in there. So we'll just take a look. So I'll slide this over. It smells wonderful in here. This is sitting at 48. And I'll kind of show you here. Now all of this is solely coming from obviously the honey supers that are in there. So you can see all this was taken out of the honey. So this is absolutely working. I'll get some moisture content on the different boxes in there. This little thing is kind of cool here. It shows right now it's 84 degrees in there, 51% humidity. It looks like we did get down to 32% throughout the evening. So we'll keep it in, but it looks like everything's working really well. Right, here we are with our first full bin of 9 frames. This is the Minimax Hilco extractor. This is our first spin of the year. All these were very nice wax capped. So we'll fire this up after I turn it on. All right, here we go. This one should be really well balanced because they were all very full frames. We'll let this spin. And here we go. First honey of 2025. Pouring out.